Hey folks, welcome back. My name is Krishna and this is part 2 of how to draw tires with tread. In this video we're going to take a look at drawing the tire in a 3/4 front view, and the same concept will apply to drawing a vehicle in a 3/4 back view if you're trying to draw tires that match that particular view. So in the last video I talked about how you can actually make a tire that looks like it's basically a front-on view. What I've done is I've simply replicated that over here. I've oriented it to where it's going to be horizontal for reasons that will become apparent in a moment. And I'm going to make a new layer and I'm going to use my ellipse tool. With the ellipse tool, I'm going to make sure that my fill is set to nothing. I'm going to make sure that my stroke is set to some small value. I'll just choose 1.5. I'll hit enter. And then I'll just go ahead and draw my ellipse. Now, a common novice mistake when you're drawing tires in a 3/4 front view is I've seen students draw them, their ellipses like circles. And yes, in a side view, a pure side view, the tire will appear to be circular, but if you're looking at it from an angle, it will appear to be in a 3/4 view, and it'll actually have more of an oval shape to it. So once I have that, and I've got it positioned where I want it to, let's just move the tire down, and let's also rotate it. So we'll hit the transform tool, Command T, we'll hold the shift key down, and that restricts it to 15-degree increments to where we're looking at this oval now in a horizontal view. We'll hit enter, we'll move it up. We'll take the tire that we've created and we'll just simply position it underneath. We'll hit the transform tool, Command T, we'll right click, we'll choose warp. And in our warp mode, if we go up to the top, we want to choose warp cylinder. And you can see right away that that gives that tire tread some curvature. So we're just going to move this to where it lines up with the bottom of the ellipse. We have two corner, what I call handles. If I take the rightmost handle and move it into position like so, and take the leftmost handle and move it into position like so, and take the center and move it up, we can see that we have the tread now conforming to the shape of the ellipse. Now, a few things that you want to keep in mind. There is I'll zoom in. This center square, if I drag it to the right, you can see that it stretches the tread. If I drag it to the left, it just stays in its original configuration. The bottom square or handle here, if I drag it, it actually distorts it. It's not going to reduce the width of the tire, so you just want to be very careful of that. I'll just try to get it to, I don't know what original position that was in, but I'll just leave it like that for now. I'll hit enter to confirm, and I'll hit Command T once again. And this time what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add a little bit of perspective. So I'll use the transform perspective. I'll click on the lower right handle here and just bring it in to where the tires look like they have perspective. And I'll just have to you'll have to play and nudge these values like so. So now I've got the actual ellipse, I've got the tread. Let's take those two, let's rotate them now to the orientation of the vehicle. We'll hit enter. And one thing I'm going to do with the layer that contains the tread that I have, I'm just going to take my lasso tool and just simply cut that top part out. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a curvature. If you look at tires on your vehicle, you'll see that the top part of the tire is actually curved. The bottom is more flat because that's the weight of the car resting on the ground. So adding a little bit of curvature, you can fill in these tread patterns in as you wish. And now what I'll do is I'll use that same ellipse that I've created earlier. I'll hit Command J to make a copy of it, Command T, and I'll scale this down and move it in such a way that I want one section of the tire, the section of the tire that's closest to the viewer, I want that to appear to be thicker in width compared to the other side. So that's really, really important. And then what I'll do is I'll make another copy by hitting Command J, and I'll move this in like so. So I'm going to create that little gap between the hubcap and the actual wheel. You'll see this in a second here. So once I've done that, I'll right click, rasterize my layer so that I can edit it. I'll simply cut that. So now I've got that tire. Now I can merge all those layers together by hitting Command E. I can change it to black. I can move it into position. And the nice part about this is I can actually hit the transform tool. I can scale the whole thing down, or if I hold the shift key down, I can change the orientation. Like so. I think I want to scale this down just a smidge. You don't want the wheels to be completely flush, because how's the car going to turn, right? So I'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. And then I'll add the wheel gap right there. And all I have to do now is just trim the parts of the tire that I don't need. Now, before I do that though, it's important to make a copy of this tire, so I'll just hit Command J to make a copy. Move this to the back tire here. Make this a little bit smaller since it's further away from the viewer. Hold the shift key down. Like so. Now I can trim off the parts that I don't need from both tires. Color that wheel well in. Merge the layers. And all I have to do now is just simply draw the other tires just to anchor the car and create a shadow underneath. So there you go. Now you know how to create tires in a 3/4 front view. If you found value in this video, definitely give it a thumbs up so other folks can find it. And if you find this kind of video to be informative and helpful, consider subscribing to the channel and leave a comment, because those comments really help me stay motivated to giving you tutorials like this. So they really do make a difference, guys. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one.